Chief Minister Kondotke Sangma, while speaking as the chief guest in the Independence Day celebrations at Nongrim Hills, Shillong, showered praise on the role of Rangba Ashnong in sharing responsibility with the state government in bringing about peace and communal harmony among the citizens in times of troubles. He also said that, at times when things turn normal, the authorities tend to forget it. This is not fair, he said. He suggested from now on that the state government will involve Rangba Ashnong and localities in the activities of the government. It is time that together we engage local youths to fight against social evils like drugs, sex abuse and social harassment. The state government, through the tourism department, awarded rupees 5 lakhs to the Dorbar Shnong Nongrim Hills for its efforts in beautifying the entire locality.
This is the kind of leadership, and I was mentioning to our former MLA, that it's not just that Nongrim Hills happens to be doing well in everything. It's in the DNA. It's in the DNA of Nongrim Hills and the people of Nongrim Hills to act responsibly as a community and take things forward in the right direction, keeping the people of the locality and keeping the interests of the state and the country in mind. And you are always showing the example and leading by example on how other localities can also become and also start performing and doing things the way Nongrim Hills is doing. Last time we had this wonderful program in Pinewood Hotel where we had thought of contacting all the different localities and involve them in the beautification project. And in that speech, I had mentioned to them, to all the localities who participated, that I have noticed, at least during my time, that whenever we are in trouble, we look for the localities. We are calling up the Rangba Ashnongs. We are asking you to help us. And when the trouble is away and it's gone, we suddenly forget about you. And I think that's not fair. That's really not fair. And that's the reason why when we thought of the 50 years of our statehood, we decided that let us go with this pilot project. And Balalu was mentioning it as one of the best schemes of the government, and thank you for that. But of course, there is a lot of other things also we have done. But it's good to know that this is something that has got a very positive response. And we engaged. We engaged. We engaged with the community. As he mentioned, we gave the money and we allowed you to do what you think is the best for your locality. And the response was tremendous. And the kind of activity and the kind of innovation that came in, the kind of talent that came out, the kind of involvement by the community that was there, it just brought out a different color. And I was just joking with somebody that most probably the same youth who used to paint on the wall and say, you know, we demand ILP. Most probably the same youth who started drawing beautiful pictures on the wall of the fight of statehood. And I keep telling people it's all about engaging and channelizing the energy. Sometimes as a government and as a society, we fail to understand that it is our responsibility to engage and to channelize the energy and the talent of our youth, of our community, of our people. And we end up blaming what happens as the end result, not realizing that we sometimes failed in our responsibility. And this particular project has taught me a lot. And I just want to share with you that we will be doing this every year. Every year. And it is not just about beautification. I would like to change the themes every year. So maybe we had beautification last year, but this year it could be about waste management. And which locality could do the best innovative mechanism on waste management. Next year it could be about substance abuse and how we could control substance abuse and drugs in our state, in our localities. Next it could be about youth and engagement with the youth, or even activities related to youth. So themes could change, but I am of a strong belief that the way we had started this beautification project This must continue and must go on. And we will continue to do this and change the themes. I'm still working on what theme it should be for this year. But Balalo has given me a great idea. We may just look at waste management as one idea for this year's competition among the localities and what they could do. And of course, we will fund it. You give us the idea, we will fund it, you activate it, you implement it at the grassroots level. And I think this model that is there, which has worked for centuries in our state among our people, is something that we must put to best use. And so these are 5, 6, 7 areas which we have looked at. And this Yes Meghalaya program, where we'll be funding, as I said, up to 1 lakh rupees. We have already activated close to about 100, 150 clubs. I would urge the youth clubs to register. This is not, some kind of a loan money. This is a pure grant being given to the youth for activities. Because we strongly felt that the youth want to do many things, but somehow they don't get the support, they don't get the guidance, and they don't get the funds to do those things. And they're very active and very, aggressive during this time. And as I said in the beginning, that if we are not able to support the youth and guide them at this point, then maybe they will venture into the wrong avenues. Maybe they will start doing the wrong things. And maybe their energy will be utilized not for constructive purpose, but for destructive purpose. And that's really where these kind of interventions play a very important role. These are small interventions, but very, very effective and very meaningful interventions. And we intend to continue this every year. So therefore, one of the major themes which I spoke about today in the morning was about engagement. We realized if the government wants to work in a much more effective manner, we must engage with our farmers. We must engage with our women folk. We must engage with our youth. We must engage with our community. And that's the mindset with which we're moving forward.